Hi YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl again, Tumelo Mbogota, your health, wellness and beauty specialist, back again with another video today, and we're going to be doing DIY tinting. So how to tint your eyebrows at home. So without any further ado, let's get right into this video. We're using earbuds, my black tint number 1. I like using black on my eyebrows when I'm tinting. Trust me, it's not going to appear very dark on my eyebrows. I'm also going to be using peroxide at 10% volume. Anything higher than 10% volume is very risky around the eye area. I have 2 tablespoons Vaseline, and that's basically everything that I will need to achieve my tint. I'm going to be using just the pea size of my Vaseline, and I'm going to put it on one of my tablespoons. The other tablespoon is where I'll be putting on my tint, also pea size. So really you do not need much. There's nothing worse than using tint and then having so much tint left at the end of tinting, especially for me because I have little to no eyebrows. So what I then do, I'm going to mix my peroxide with my tint. You need about 2 to 3 drops for your eyebrows. If you really have a lot of eyebrows and your eyebrows are very bushy, you can push it to 4 drops if you're using a dropper. But 2 to 3 drops should be sufficient. Once that's done, I'm going to mix up my tint. I just want to show you. You want to mix your tint until you get like a really smooth consistency. So the tint and the peroxide must mix and give you like a cream kind of consistency. Okay, so you keep dabbing. I do want to say I'm using earbuds at the moment, but you can use like one of your small makeup brushes, like the one you would usually use for your lips or the one that you would usually use for your eyeliner. In fact, that one's perfect for tinting. You don't always have to use earbuds. For me, it just works out much easier. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is prep my eyebrows. I'm going to be using the Vaseline. The Vaseline is there to create a barrier, so I'm applying this around my eyebrows, so on the areas where I don't want the tint. Okay, so obviously it's tint, it's like dye, so you can dye or tint your skin. So you do not want, especially if you're not a very neat person, you don't want the tint to get stuck on places that you don't want it to be, right? So the Vaseline creates a barrier so that if you do create a mess on your eyebrows, wherever the Vaseline is, the tint won't stick. From then on, I'm going to apply my tint. And yes, I like applying it with against hair growth first, so in the opposite direction of the direction that my hair is growing, just so I can get right underneath that hair. And then once that's done, I start moving with hair growth to smoothen this out. I'm basically going to keep applying until I am satisfied with how the eyebrows looking. Obviously, I do like to go with the shape of my eyebrows, the shape of my eye, the same way I would apply my makeup and basically do my eyebrows. I want to create that arch, especially because I have little to no eyebrow, no eyebrow hair. So I do kind of make it slightly thicker than my original eyebrows because I really have no eyebrows, and I do still want that very defined type of look. Then on, I use a clean earbud, and as you can see, I'm just cleaning out the edges again, just to make sure that I'm not tinting my entire face. Okay, what I do at the bottom, I'm going to do at the top as well, again just to clean that out. Okay, and I basically keep repeating this, so I'll keep applying, cleaning up, applying, clean it up until I'm satisfied with how my eyebrows looking. Okay, so take your time with this. As long as you can apply and clean up the edges, take your time until you get a successful shape, because what's going to happen if you don't apply the tint according to your eyebrows shape is that it's gonna look a mess. Your eyebrows are going to look like a bush okay, and they're going to look very dark, and it's just going to look not in proportion. So you always want to follow the shape of your eyebrow, basically. Okay, so what I do on the one eye, I'm definitely just doing the same thing on the other side. As you can see, I'm applying against hair growth again, and then I'm going to go with hair growth. Alright, just to smoothen that out. I keep reapplying. I want to say you'll need at least about 4 earbuds. Okay, you might, if it's your first time doing it, you might go through more than 4 earbuds. But 4, 2 to apply, 2 to clean up, basically. So 2 per eye. But if you're still learning, you might end up going through like 8 earbuds by tinting. So again, it's not the most cost effective. That's why I would suggest that you use a brush for those that are, but also remember, if you're using a brush, then you must be really, really good at outlining your eyebrows because you don't have anything to clean them up. So that's just that. But then you'll be saving on having to spend on earbuds, for example. I mean, a brush you purchase once, and that's that. Okay, so I'm repeating the same thing, applying, cleaning up, applying, cleaning up until I am 100% satisfied with the shape of my eyebrow. So what I'm doing now is just focusing on the inside of my eyebrow just to create a bit of that fade. I don't obviously want it to be very dark, and I don't want it to be like, you know, when your eyebrows look like they have a start, and it looks unnatural. So with the tint as well, I do kind of bring it in a little bit just to create a little bit of that fade. Okay, and once I'm happy with that, I'm going to leave this on for about 15 to 20 minutes. I like to leave my eyebrows for quite a long time so that they're dark. This makes sure that they last much, much longer. Okay. And that's it. Alright guys, I'm back. And this is about 15 to 20 minutes later. I do like leaving my tint on for quite some time because I am quite dark skinned. So the less you leave it on my type of skin, and this is like from type 4, I would say type 4, 5 to type 6 type of skin, the less dark it would be. So for the first day it might appear very dark, but that's fine. You can always just really wipe it off firmly, or you can just like use a face wash and wash. Obviously, as the days go by, it does get lighter and lighter and lighter, which is why I prefer mine to be quite dark for the first day, because I know tomorrow or whenever it will be looking perfect. So if you have an event that you want to go to, or you have some place you need to go to, you can tint on the day, there's no problem. But if you really want it to be dark or last a really long time, then at least tint the day before so that tomorrow the color is like perfection. But anyway, I'm going to remove this now. Before I remove it, I just want to explain something to you very quickly. So when you go to Discam or Clicks, right, you're going to find the tint, right, either the black or the brown. I just want to show you, I've got both of them. So it comes in a box like this, and then it comes in, oh, there's different colors. Actually, there's a lot of different colors. So if you're really fair skinned, like you're type 1, 2, 3, there's perfect colors for you. I usually go for the number 3, which is a brown, and I also go for number 1, which is a black. They do have blue black as well for eyelashes, for example. It just really depends on what color you have. Now they've added even more colors for your ginger type of people that prefer that type of color, or lighter type of brown, more to the ginger end, like if you have ginger hair. But yeah, these are my go-to. If I have a very fair skinned client, then I will use number 3 on them, because then that gives them more of a brown. For me, darker skin types, I use a black Even though when I do my makeup, I use a dark brown, when I tint my eyebrows, I do use a black because it just looks better for me. If I use the brown, it appears a little bit too light, and then in 2 days, it's like gone. Okay, so you'll get those. Then you also find in the tinting section, it's called Oxidant, okay? And this is 3% 10 volume. Okay, so let me just bring it closer so you can see. Right, so this is what you will find. It's got a little dropper that you can use. For example, like I showed you with the tint, how much you need to apply. Then you would use like 2 to 3 drops, 3 drops of the oxidant in your tint. However, for me, this one doesn't work as well. Like, it doesn't make my eyebrows as dark as I would like them to look. Right, so it still appears quite light. So for a person that doesn't really like dark eyebrows, then this is perfect for you. This, when I studied back then, didn't exist. It's actually quite a new product for Reflector Cell, because I guess they just wanted a safer ingredient, I want to say, to use, and this works perfectly. But if you wanted to look dark like me, I usually use peroxide, which I've actually gotten used to using peroxide. I've used peroxide all my life, but you'll see mine, this one is from Planet Nails, but obviously now with COVID-19, Planet Nails is closed, so you're not going to get it, okay? But you can get it still at Discam. You can, mainly Discam. Clicks, I'm not too 100% sure, but Discam. When you go to Discam, you're going to go like to the pharmacy side where they have like medication, essential oils, things like that. In that section, you'll find a section where they have peroxide. So there's different percentages of peroxide, because obviously people use peroxide for different reasons, to clean up wounds or whatever the situation is. So the peroxide percentage you need to purchase is 10%, nothing higher than 10%. Of course, you're going to be applying this around your eye area, so it's very sensitive. So you don't want to get anything higher than 10%. It's in a bottle like this, and then it just has the Discam sticker, and it says peroxide, 10% volume. That's all you need. Then you get it, and then you would also use about 2 to 3 drops, literally drops of the peroxide with your tint. Mix it up, and it should be perfect. Anyway, without any further ado, I'm just going to remove my tint right now. I'm using normal wipes to remove it, nothing complicated. And let's see what this result is basically. So for people who have a lot of hair, of course, this is going to be darker. I don't have a lot of hair, so this is the best. This is it. Okay, but this is perfect for me. For example, if I'm not trying to look too dramatic when it comes to makeup, then this is perfect for me. All I need to do is use concealer just to clean it up, and I'm done. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to finish getting ready, or I want to finish getting ready, but I also want to show you how this would basically look if I just use concealer just to clean up the eyebrows, and then just powder, mascara, and then that's it. We're good to go. Okay, so I'm going to be using my MAC NC50. Oh, I don't know if you can see that, but that's NC50 concealer. It's very close to my normal skin tone because I'm not trying to do too much with my makeup today. I just want a very natural look, very mild, you know, not trying to do too much. So yeah, as you can see, I haven't applied or I haven't drawn my eyebrows, so I didn't use any eyeliner or anything like that. Not eyeliner, brow liner. So I'm just going to clean it up with concealer so you can see what it will look like. I actually love this. It looks natural. It doesn't look too much, like I said, and you can see the tint, just applying the concealer around it, just really highlighted the eyebrow. So I'm really liking this color. Okay, so I'm just going to continue concealing my face, not my face, just my eyes, just to remove any dark circles. Like I said, I'm not trying to do the most, just trying to have a natural look, girl. That's it. I ain't trying to put no foundation. Hell. So I don't have a lot of problems with my skin, especially if I don't feel like being very heavy on my skin for the day. For me, as long as your eyebrows are done, I mean, you're set to go. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, obviously because I've used concealer in this area very mildly, you can see my uneven skin tone now, so I kind of have to balance it out. So what I've recently started using, I used to use MAC, but also guys, MAC is very expensive. Okay, so again, I have my makeup that I want to use on really special occasions because like I don't want it to finish. Okay, so then I will buy things like your smudge. If you've been to Clicks, you know they have this new makeup brand smudge. It actually works for my skin tone, especially for us ethnic skin. I was trying it out and it's actually quite good. I haven't tried their foundations. When it comes to foundation specifically, I strictly only use MAC, obviously because it works for me, and I don't really like risking when it comes to my skin. Okay, but powder wise, like it's not that deep. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to use this powder. I'm going to start with the eye section just to let this sit. Also, I don't want to bake because it's not like I'm going out where there's going to be light on me, and I'm just putting the powder here where I applied my concealer. Right, I'm going to apply the powder to the rest of my face. It's good to kind of dab your powder in so that it doesn't look odd. Now this camera, this light, I'm using my ring light and it's making me look very white. Okay, I promise you this is not how light I actually look. It's literally this ring light that's making my skin appear white. But anyway, so we want to just dab the powder in. Okay. Ooh! Oh, there we go. I was about to say, sure, guys, I'm not this white. I just want you to know that I'm not this white. Okay. Have a quick look at myself because this look is looking odd. Then I'm just going to use my brush. I'm going to use my MAC again. This is just a young little contour, a very young one, like not a dramatic one, because obviously you don't want your face to look pale. Very young one. Okay. Slightly. Oh, now I just feel like I'm a very young shimmer, very young one, like nothing too much. Okay, very mild. Also, when you apply shimmer and you haven't applied foundation, then it's going to look weird. And I'm going to be using my mascara. I love this mascara from Clicks, guys. It's cheap, but the brush is everything. I just want to show you guys the brush. Okay, for people who have little to no eyelashes, this brush works perfectly for me. So you guys that struggle, this mascara for me is the one. It's Essence, I think, yeah. Also not trying to put on eyelashes. Again, I'm just going for a natural look, so. Wowza, the things that mascara can do. Ah, look at that. This is amazing. Seriously. This looks like I have no lashes and this, bang. Again, because my lashes are like really tiny, I need to like, the way I apply mascara, it's almost like I have to apply on them individually. Snas. You have to layer it up. Go back to the other eyelash just to make it thicker. Okay, girl. Look at that. Look at that. And you go back to this one just to make this one thicker. Look at that. It's amazing. Okay, perfect. Then lastly, I'm just going to use some lip gloss on my lips. Again, Essence. You know what? Essence is just for me, price-wise, very user-friendly. It's not too expensive, not too cheap, and this lip gloss is like I love this damn lip gloss. Just so that my lips have some kind of contour, I'm just going to use brown to outline my lips ever so slightly. Yes, girl. That's it. And there you have it. You're good to go. You're good to go. You're good to go. Oh, yes. I love it. I love it. What do you guys think? Just let me know in the comments section. My eyebrows are doing all of the things for me. And guess what? I didn't even use a brow pencil. I didn't use anything on my eyebrows besides tint them. So this is going to make my life 10 times easy. And I thought we needed this because we're in lockdown right now. We can't go to our salons and our spas that used to do this for us. I'm just here to tell you, girl, you can do it yourself. You can do it yourself. Okay, go to Clicks Discam. There by the makeup sections you'll find tint, but remember I told you about the peroxide. If you wanted to look a bit darker, go for peroxide instead of the oxidant. Okay, other than that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you really enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click that bell so you're notified every time I load a video. I love you all so much and I thank you so much for your support. Until I see you again next time.